Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for tuning in on these Periscopes. I used to be an auto mechanic, a broke auto mechanic on Workman's Comp, and now I'm a life mechanic. So you can go to lifemechanic.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you can find all this stuff. So today's show of what I want to teach you, and there's a lot of free training on lifemechanic.com, is edification, the proper way to edify, and also why it's important, and also how to do it. Now, one of the things I want to share to each and every one of you is, if you really think about edification, it goes 100% all of our upbringing. And so one of the things that I found out by hanging around my mentors is usually the way that I was brought up, the way that I thought, the way that I did things were almost the exact opposite of what successful people do. Isn't that amazing? And the reason that I can document this is, if in the United States alone, if only 5% of the people in all of the United States makes over 200 grand. Again, not saying that money buys happiness, but I know one thing for a fact: being broke doesn't buy happiness. So when you're talking about success, a lot of success is measured by dollars. It's measured by what you can give, what kind of contribution can you give to charities, what can you do of your time, and how many people you help. And so I want to really cover this edification. So when I grew up, it was all about knocking people down. Think about this. If you're around a group of people, they're making fun at each other, they're cutting jokes with each other, wow, he's so ugly, his mom had to put a pork chop on his neck so the dogs would play with him. And it's this constant thing that we're constantly do, where people are constantly knocking down people. Wow, you're too fat, you know what I mean? You're dumb. And it's getting worse, in my opinion. When you hear about all the bullying, people that are being bullied in school, it's like, wow, it's the way that you're supposed to feel good about yourself is by knocking down other people. And see, we want to feel like we're better. We want to, to be in a better place. We want to feel like we're above average. And so the first rule that I'll give you that's really, really amazing is there's two ways to win a race. There's two ways to win at anything. One is outwork and outpractice. Go out and seek mentorship, and then practice and outwork everybody. That's one way. Another way is to break the other person's legs. And a lot of people, they'll find themselves in drama. They'll find themselves in constantly, what people are saying about them, and what the gossip game. And they're constantly in this thing all the time. Now, not only do people hear rumors and accept that they want to hear rumors, they also spread those rumors. And it makes you feel like you're part of, the inner crowd. It makes you feel like, wow, people know you because they know that you know stuff about other people. And what's so amazing about that is edification is the exact opposite. So I'm going to give you really quickly some ways of doing it in a minute. But what I want to do is I really want to show you and share with you what was said to me and why it's so effective. Now, before I got on here, I thought I would go online and just look up edification or look up edify. And what it is it's basically you telling something about someone's morality and intelligence. It's your instruction and you basically lifting somebody up. Now, why this goes 100% contrary to who we are as we're brought up is, why would you want to make anybody sound better than you? Why would you want other people, tell other people and share with other people that someone's better than you, that Mary Allen is better than me? Why would I want to do that? And see, what you don't get is the whole concept of the more that you give, the more that you get. So my question to each and every one of you, and some of you are going to say, I don't need this. You do. It's a part of connection. It's a part of being fulfilled. It's a part of contributing. Even though people give money to charities because they're blessed to get focused and they give a lot of money to charity, they love when someone gives them a notification of that, of a reward of that, if someone mentions your name on that. Now, I know that we're saying out there that, it's not for any person to boast as they give, but bottom line, when you go out and you help somebody and you go out and do something nice for someone and you get recognized for it, it's incredible. Now, there's another saying out there, and I love all these sayings, is people will work for a paycheck. They'll work for a paycheck. They'll die for recognition. They'll die for recognition. And so the whole concept in this is, why do people want praise and edification? It's because they lack it. We lack people saying, wow, great job, Melody. Great job, Melinda. Great job, Scott. Great job, Rob. Great job, Tom. Great job, David. Great job, Scott. See, we crave that. And so here's where I think the universe and the world is hilarious. Anything that you want in life, you got to give away. If you want praise and recognition, if you want respect, if you want people to follow you, if you want to have positive things on your Facebook, if you want people to share your comments, if you want people to like your comments, all you got to do is give. So now in edification, let me share this really quick, my personal story, so you get it. All right? And then I'm going to share with you why a lot of people don't succeed at this, because they think that if they give it away, then people will go to other people. And they want people, they want the money, they want the sale, they want the downline, so they won't edify anybody else. See, they're trying to be the deal. Because why would I tell somebody else about somebody else? Then I'll lose them. No, if you're dealing with the right kind of person that knows how to edify properly, they'll know immediately if you edify them, they'll edify you back. And it's almost impossible to edify yourself unless you're Donald Trump. Whole different topic, right? All right, so here we go. Now, remember my story. Here I am, a broke auto mechanic. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and a friend of mine, Sean Hennigan, calls me up. And everyone thinks that the company name and facts and figures, again, stories sell, facts tell. So listen to what Sean did to me. Sean calls me up and he says, hey, Bobby, he knows me as Bobby. Hey, Bobby, have you heard of Amway? No, I haven't heard of Amway. Well, it's nothing like that, and it's legal. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't know who at Amway was, network marketing, direct sales, affiliate marketing, entrepreneurship. I didn't know anything. So watch this. If you're trying to impress people with your knowledge, is this lifting them up or is it tearing them down? So I could say this little statement, very simple. Hey, Jenny, have you ever heard of social retail? No. I have. It's like, what? So you could turn around that same statement and humble yourself and go, Jenny, you're never going to believe what I just learned. What? I found out about this new concept called social retail. I'm blown away with it. I'd like to share it with you. See, you can learn to say every single thing you say to people and make it positive and edifying instead of knocking them down and trying to be superior. So you want to be humble. So now I'm all of a sudden going, Sean, I don't know what you're talking about. Then he turns around and says this. Listen, Robert, I met this guy. He didn't say his name. He said, I met this guy and he's making $62,000 a month. I seen his check. And he's looking for individuals that he can train, don't need any experience, and he's expanding a company. And he told me to go find people and bring them to him. And I'm like, immediately, I want to meet a guy that's making 62 grand a month. I want to go meet this individual. And so, but when I went and met him, I was skeptical. I was extremely skeptical. Why? Because Sean edified him, but he didn't do it properly. He didn't do it properly. And I want to give a little credit because I knew I was going to do this a Periscope, but William OToole, he gets credit on this one. Because what happens is sometimes people get too excited, and when they edify somebody, they don't talk about the rags to riches story. They don't talk what makes them what is called me too. See, when you're edifying somebody and telling somebody else's story, you want a person to go, really? Wow, me too. Wow, me too. Wow, I've been there. And then you edify. Very, very important. So if William, like he brought up, I think he said that he was talking to his wife or somebody, and he said, you know what, I'm working directly with Robert Hollis, and he drives a brand new Rolls-Royce Ghost. So what? In fact, if you say it the wrong way, it's like, why is this guy driving a $330,000 car? You know, shouldn't he give more money to charity? You know, is this guy just materialistic? I'm not materialistic. Is this guy all about money and bragging like Floyd Mayweather? It's like, see, you could be thinking you're edifying correctly, and you're making it worse. Oh my God, this guy makes $46 million. He makes $2.5 million a month. So what? So you got to take both of them, right? So anyway, when I meet him, it's amazing because the person that introed him really did a great job. And I remember sitting in the back of the room, and I had my arms folded, and I was just sitting back. And this person was named Sherry Sharman. And she stood up in front of the room, and she said, hello, everybody. She says, my name is Sherry, and I got the distinct pleasure to introduce the speaker that's here tonight. I want to tell you a little bit about him. First of all, just a few months ago, this person didn't have his own home. He had a bad financial situation that happened in his life, and for that reason, it left him homeless and without a car. Everything he owned was just in some cardboard boxes. Now, how many people, when you first hear that, you go, whoa, this guy used to be homeless without a car just a few months ago? All right. And he got involved with some people that were extremely successful. And those people shared with him some principles and philosophies that's now allowed him to go out, and by working with these people, he's now one of the top income earners in the company. But that's not the important stuff. This guy's an incredible family man. He's an incredibly godly man. And I'm really, really, really excited that he's working directly with me. This person's heart is incredible. He's fun to be around, and I can't wait for you to meet him. So see, you started out by bringing the edification down. Now, not lie. Don't make this stuff up. Find out the person's real story. So you bring them down, then you get them to where they're done. You don't spend a lot of time on there, and then you come right back down and make people tell the true story about who they are and what they're about. So after Sherry introduced this guy, I was like, I couldn't wait to meet this guy. You know, I happen to have a repo man going after my car. I'm about ready to be evicted out of my apartment. I can relate to this. You see what I mean? I can relate to that person. And so what people do is, because they're too busy selling, see, they're still not in a giving mind. They're in a taker-seller mind. Did they skip all that stuff? So let me give you a couple examples of someone that I could edify. And everyone thinks, oh, they got to be documented. No, they don't. It helps if they're documented, but I can take an individual like Melody Riva, and I can very simply imagine if I was talking to you directly. You got to listen to me like I'm talking to you directly. So what I would do is I would turn around and say, hey, Tom, this is Robert. How you doing? Great. Listen, do you got a minute? Sure. Listen, I'm so excited to be working with this company. I met this incredible lady named Melody Riva, and I'm working directly with her. She's like the top income earner in this company. She's amazing. And I'm telling you what, she's just got a heart of gold, and she's now working directly with me to help me become successful. Now, she's expanding this company. She's working with some incredible people that are showing her exactly how to go out and help others. And we're really excited to build this company. There shouldn't be any words, I's in there. You know what I mean? We're working directly with this company, and I would really like you to take the time to watch some of these videos. And I know you're going to know some people that we can help. And if you have any questions, I'll make sure that we can set up a hangout so that you can meet Melody and get to know her and ask her any questions. I can't wait for you to meet her. She's an incredible mom. She's just an incredible friend, and she's just got a heart of gold. How many people want to meet Melody Riva? Can I get some hearts? Tap on the screen. Can I get an amen? How many people want to meet Melody Riva? And see, I could do this with anyone. But did you notice in the introduction, and here's something that's going to really pop some of you. If you record your edification of the people that you're working with, did you notice how much I talked about my story before I talked about Melody? 0. So what people do is they get on there and they say the wrong things. They get on there. So now let's go the opposite way, right? Now instead of Tom, I'm talking to Scott. And here we go. Hey, Scott, what's up? I don't even ask permission for the minute. Hey, Scott, what's up? Listen, I'm starting in a company. I'm helping expand a company. In fact, I'm the international galactic international sales director expansion guy. And I'm going to go to work in this company, and I'm going to make millions of dollars. I got the exclusive rights to this area. And Scott, I'm telling you, you got to look at this information, and you got to get in now. It's got the best product. It's got the best product bar none. It's got like 15 patents on it. And it's like no one can even touch us. We're going to destroy everyone. We're also going to be the fastest company to $1 trillion. And I'm telling you right now, there's no compensation plan that's better than this one. And I'm going straight to the top of this thing, Scott. And you got to look at these videos, and you got to do it now. In fact, I'm going to send them over right now. And when can you watch those? If I send the videos to you now, if I send them to you right now, and you better get in, man. If you don't get in, you're going to lose out big time. And if you don't check in and get in right now, we're not talking anymore. And you know that I know everybody in town. So if you don't get in, I'm going to call everyone you know and get them in anyway. So if I send you the videos now, when can you watch those, Scott? When can you watch those? Because I'm a busy person. I got a lot of people to call. And you know, I'm going to build this giant dynasty, make millions of dollars. And, you know, you better watch these right now. Wow. I seen a bunch of people put LOL and ha-ha. And it's like, if I listen to some of you pitch, that's the way you're pitching. And you don't think you are. I get people in the first line out of their mouth when they pitch me is, Robert, our company it pays more than yours. If you got in our company, you would make more money than you're making now. Hey, we got the best product in the world. I got a guy that posts on his Facebook wall. He takes charts of all the other companies, so Science of Getting Rich, when it talks about learn to be creative, not competitive, the very first thing that he does is he puts together a flow chart showing how much his company supposedly pays more than the other companies. So now he can reach out there and everyone he's hey, well, listen, are you in this company? Yeah, well, my company pays more than that company. And if you're going to build a group, you'd be stupid to build in that company. You need to build in our companies. We got better product. We got better upline. Now, watch this. You got to be careful in any way, shape, or form. Let me give you this sentence and listen closely. How would I feel if? How would I feel if this happens? And how would I act if? How would I act if and feel when this happens? You need to record yourself and listen to yourself. And when you listen to yourself, tell yourself, how would you act and how would you feel? And see, people think they're doing it with good intentions. They're doing it because they got an opinion. They're doing it because they think they know more than you. Which again, as I talked about at the beginning, I'm sort of belittling you, right? How does that make you feel? So I could say these. I could go out there and say, who else did I see on here? Jenny, see? Jenny from UK. And I can go out there and say, hey, Jenny, listen, you know what? I've been around the block a little more than you have, and I know a lot about compensation plans. And so what I can tell you right now is that the company that I'm currently involved in is way better than yours. Even if that was an opinion, even if I had the experience, even if that was a true statement, how does that make Jenny feel? And so people they go, hey, listen, well, I'm working with this guy. See, a lot of people in Unlimited Profits, they mess up with the mentorship thing. It's like, my dad's better than your dad? It's like, it's crazy. So, hey, listen, how are you? Great. What company you're in? Well, I'm in an ABC company. Well, does your upline make $46 million? Has your upline, help 45 people make $1 million a year? Does your upline, drive a Rolls Royce Ghost? No. Well, then you should be learning from my mentor, because my mentor is more documented. In fact, he's got this saying, documentation beats conversation. You know what? You need to drop everything you're doing and learn from my mentor. People are like, drop dead. I was talking to a guy today, Kerry Simpson, which, by the way, thank you very much for sending this person over. And I get on the phone with this guy, and he's like, whoa, how's the compensation plan? And I go, that has nothing to do with anything. He goes, yeah, it does. I said, it does? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, Amway did $11 billion. Do you understand this? Listen, Amway does $1 billion a month. They've been in business longer than anybody else. They sell everything. If I picked a company based on documentation, we're all getting an Amway. He goes, well, no, some comp plans pay more than others. If you can't build a group, it doesn't matter. If people don't like you, it doesn't matter. Why would I get in business with you? And he goes, I don't know. And I said, I wouldn't. I don't want you talking to family and my friends and people that I just met on Facebook. I don't want you talking to them like that. Well, let's talk about your comp plan. I don't want to talk about the comp plan. See, I want to be involved with people that understand the importance of edifying and doing it properly and doing it right. Now, let's talk a couple points about how and why. How and why. First of all, I explained how pretty well. But understand, I want you to always talk about when other people bring up stories, the questions, you want to humble yourself. You go, man, that's a great question. I don't know. All I know is, and then you want to edify and tell a story. You see what I mean? So I turn around and people go, well, what about the compensation plan? You know what? I'm not much on compensation plans. In fact, to be straightforward with you, I'm not really making the kind of money that I need to be making now. I'm learning from these guys. But let me tell you something about Robert Hollis Jr. This guy is not only incredible, he's there for me all the time. He's got incredible work ethic. I've gotten to know him a little bit. He just adores his son and his wife, Amy. He's an incredible guy. And the guy's made over $1 million in commissions. He gets involved in any company, he goes straight to the top. His heart is incredible. He's just an incredibly godly man, and he's working directly with me. And see, I know that he's already taught people like Melody Riva to make a full-time income and help, Doug Harkins is making money, and Scott Kloster, this guy works directly with, people, D'Angelo and Mike Rickman, and the guy knows how to help other people succeed. And that's why I'm working directly with him. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like you to look at a couple of videos, and then if you have some questions, I like to set up a hangout where you can get to know him and ask him those questions. Because I'm just learning. Can you understand that? Can you teach premium deluxe promotional deals? If I was a salesperson, I could, but I'm not a salesperson. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. You're going to have to go to Grant Cardone or one of those guys that are hammer salespeople, Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know what you're talking about. I teach relationships, and I teach people how to go out and make incredible lifetime residual income. That's what I do. So I'm talking about edification of a human being that takes the time, that gets to know, like, and trust you. So you might be on the wrong Periscope. So anyway, each and every one of you understand this one thing, is that now why do we do this? Why do we do this? Is because I learned right away that there's a thing called apprenticeship. See, it's sort of a lost thing in our communities, our cultures and stuff like that. But one of the things is people just want to skip, It's this MTV kind of mindset where I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to one day be on a reality show, and I'm just going to go out there and I'm wealthy. And see, when you learn to be successful, what you got to do is you got to learn that when you first start out, to make money, why would people want to work with me? Why would people want to work with you? If you're not making any money yet, if you're not documented yet, then don't be the deal. See, do the exact opposite. So when I go out and meet people, it's like I'm doing that same thing. I'm saying, listen, hi, could you do me a favor? Sure. Hi, my name's Robert. You work around here. Yeah, I work over here in the First Interstate building. Listen, I was wondering if you could help me out. With what? See, right now I'm working with an incredible couple. It's Matthew and Hannah Hollis. And you wouldn't believe this couple is not only been married for a year, but, they now make over $7,000 a month working from the privacy of their home. One's 23 and the other one's 20. An incredible couple. And it's amazing because these two learn from their parents, which are multi-millionaires. And I get to work with all of them. And they're looking for people, they're expanding their company, and we're looking for people that really want some incredible things in life. So what I'd like to do is send you over a couple of videos. I know once you watch those videos, you're going to feel comfortable referring us to people. After you watch the videos, if you're interested, and if you're not, that's okay, then I can get you on a Google Hangout with them. And you can ask them all the questions. I'm so blessed to be working with them. See, the reason why you got to do it, and you guys have heard my story, and if you haven't, this is a Periscope that you will, is that I tried my very best not to be the deal for 18 months. I finally started getting pushed on stage to do my testimonial because I had hit a top position and started making over, $20,000 and $30,000 a month. But I just didn't want to be the deal. I knew that if I promoted and edified correctly, which is again, talk about what makes them like everybody else where they used to be, what they're doing now, and now what makes them, why you would want to work with somebody. Why would you want to work with somebody? Would you like to work with somebody that was there for you? Would you like to work with somebody that's happy and optimistic? Would you like to work with somebody that is always helping people? What kind of person would you like to work with? And see, that's the key. So when people turn it into sales, then that's not edification. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. Watch this over and over again. For some of you, if you want to, you can record, which, by the way, edification, it shouldn't take over a minute. It shouldn't take over a minute. So I'm saying that if it does go over a minute, you can do one or two, but send me a Facebook. Show me your edification. Show me how powerful that your edification is. If you had to leave it on a voicemail, that's the key. And so I hope each and every one of you got something out of this. Thank you very much for the hearts. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And learn to properly edify. Learn to properly edify. And I already shared with you how to do it and why it's important. So each and every one of you, take care. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Periscope. Bye-bye.